To start with, the cover art is very pretty, which makes the overall art all the more disappointing. For the majority of the series, everyone has very flat heads. When they face forward, it's not a problem, and often at that angle, the art is even cute, but those side profiles are wild. Similarly, heads and necks are massive when compared to their bodies. It's just a really inconsistent and rough art style, and not in a good way. I will say that Ju-won's booty is usually very nice to see. Of everything in this series, the booty was given a lot of attention. While I do appreciate it, the rest of the series really could have used the same attention. While the style is inconsistent, the overall story is pretty consistent in its inconsistencies. Moving on from the art, unfortunately the quality of the edit on this one isn't the greatest. We have a handful of misspellings and incorrect word choices which, in a longer work, I wouldn't be bothered by, but this is on the shorter side, which makes the errors all the more glaring. Just like how the art sometimes feels half-hearted and messy, the edit feels the exact same way. For how short this is, I wish more time had been taken to clean up the edit so that was at least on par. Now we can finally get to the story. However, the story isn't much better, even amid all the other issues I have with this manhwa. This is supposed to be a friends to lover story, but beyond them just referring to each other as friends, I never got the sense that they knew anything about each other. Once they started their awkward situationship, I wasn't expecting so many moments where they were shocked to discover things that I would assume are pretty basic to know in a friendship. Ju-won had never seen Ji-wook's house, which is weird. Ji-wook had no idea who Ju-won's ex was, which is wild to me. It would have made sense if Ju-won was hiding the fact that he's gay, but Ji-wook knows from the beginning, so his not knowing who his friend is dating is just bizarre to me. Maybe I'm expecting too much from male friendships, but I just find this friendship to not be all that friendly, making the friends to lovers trope non-existent. Now, I've been extremely hard on this one, which is unfortunate since it seemed like from the outside it had so much going for it. I try my best to give at least something positive in a review, but it's really hard to come up with something for this one. I guess if I had to say anything, while this is entirely reliant on a misunderstanding for the majority of the tension, think the misunderstanding in Bye Bye where one person thinks they're dating already while the other doesn't, I can 100% understand why Ji-wook thought they weren't together. Ju-won is a major asshole. I think he's supposed to be your run-of-the-mill tsundere type, but he's that variation that I don't find funny, unlike Hee-sung and Hyun, and more just an asshole. In this case, he's a bratty asshole which just grates on my nerves. So much for the positive, I guess.